Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife.
Better safety course.
All right, welcome back, everyone. You can call us here at 737-7767. If you got any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Yeah. Start talking about what's going on around Tennessee, hunting, fishing wise, and at the show. If you might have some questions about the show, till those calls start coming in. I gave you about half of the tackle dealers going to be there. I'm going to go ahead and mention some others. One of them is Canyon Fork Outdoors is going to be there.
They are. I talked to Ryan the other day and Joel also, and they're excited about.
They're bringing those coolers. They're bringing Jackson kayaks, Hobie kayaks.
Yeah, they're gonna have a spread.
What's that new one they coming? Oh,
I don't want to say it wrong. I don't know.
But they got new ones. Yeah, they look good.
I've seen it.
And Ryan and Joel and the whole Martin clan is just so well educated in all aspects of kayak. So if you got any questions or anything you want to find out about kayak, because that happens to be one of the fastest growing sports that we have right now.
Kayak fishing in particular has just exploded.
Oh, it's exploded, and everybody's getting into it. It's a way to get off the bank.
It is,
and everybody loves it.
And get to some areas that other folks can't get to sometimes.
Hey, some of these bass boats might get there faster, but they can't get to where you can go.
You can go right past them when you catch up.
You can pass them right on up. But hey, right quick, we got Hog Farmer Bait coming in. I've been trying to get that guy on this show. He's got some of the most killer looking baits, and you're going to get to see it right here at this show coming up on February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So be there for that. Frugal Mix tackle, Producer swim baits, tackle, primary tackle, jacked.
Yep.
Okay. Jacked baits. The Professor, okay. Wilson Frazier, of course, he's going to be there. Cash-on fishing rods, Cricket Rocket, that's Byron. Sneed Fishing Tackle, I told you about them. Mac American Fish Attraction, Music City Outdoors, Brian Carper, our good friend Brian Carper is going to be there, and Double E Outdoor Tackle is going to be there. So, and then who'd you say is coming from Memphis area?
Primary tackle, David Best.
Okay, primary tackle is going to be there. So that's going to, man, if you want to get hooked up and get everything situated, this is the show for you. I promise you.
Yep.
Lots of fishing going on, and you got to come check us out in Southernwood. There's no telling how many people are going to be hanging around with us.
They'll be hanging around, and we're going to have some pretty neat stuff there at the booth. We're going to have some new shirts hanging out there at the booth.
That's right. Hey, our new shirts are
in. They are. So come by and see us. We're going to
men and women.
You might catch a giveaway or two hanging around over there. So we're going to have a good time.
We're going to give some away?
I don't know. That's what I
heard. Okay, buddy. But I tell you what, you got to come check us out. Brandon and I will be there the entire weekend from start to finish. And we'd love to talk to you. Love to bring some pictures or at least get us a way to get some pictures from you. And we'll line them up on the show. And then, of course, we want to hear a little story about it. So we look forward to that. We got some callers coming in. And
we do. Who do we have on one?
We got Mike on one. Mike, how can we help you tonight?
Hey, you guys want to know, is there any chance down the road that you guys will ever be able to do live videoing out fishing or hunting in the woods to show the fishermen and hunters what's going on? And I'll hang up and thanks for your time.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what Brandon and I are working on as we speak.
We're actually working on that right now, and we've got a pretty good bit of footage that has already been laid down that we've got in the process of being edited. We've got, for example, a turkey hunt with my little girl that's being worked on right now that we'll have on soon. So yes, that is something that we have started doing a lot more of, but there's a process to it. So right now we're working on getting it finished.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be real honest with everybody. Southern Woods and Waters went through hard times just like everybody else did.
Oh yeah, and you know,
everybody suffered.
It's part of it. We've done really good getting some footage down, some pretty neat stuff.
And
we're going to start doing some how-to stuff in the field this coming year. We've already got some things planned with several different guys around the state that we're going to be doing some in the field programming with. So you look forward for a lot more of that in the coming months.
And I tell you something else, we're going to be doing a lot through Facebook and YouTube.
We
So
are,
we're going to be doing a lot
some
more of that,
digital
too.
tips of the week.
That's right.
Some other things like that we're working on. So yeah, we appreciate that, and they're certainly heading in that direction right now. So.
It is not falling on a deaf ear, has it?
No,
Because we've been working on it
That's right.
already.
We have. We've been very busy.
But thank you, Mike, for that. We got Johnny. Johnny, how can we help you tonight?
Hey, Brandon, you how y'all doing?
We're doing great.
How are you tonight?
Hey, I've been watching on Thursday night, man. You say the hybrid rock beat right on first place?
Yeah.
Where is it now?
Do what now?
What are the hybrid?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that we talked to the other day had been trolling for him.
And they're using deep diving crankbaits and swing baits.
I got big shiners.
He didn't mention it, but I would
not-
say that would do the trick.
But he's not trolling with it.
No, he's not trolling
He's
with
not
the
trolling
shiners,
with
no.
Shiner.
I got down to sleep playing when you're hitting on the back.
I've not heard anything about the steam plant in a couple of weeks.
Tilapia?
I started to say a few weeks ago there's some guys really catching some tilapia there, but that was the last thing we've heard about the steam plant, and I haven't gotten a chance to get up there.
And the water temperatures come up just a little
Yeah,
bit, y'all.
it has.
So you got to understand that. So if we get another cold snap, those tilapia will be back in there.
They will.
So we hope that helps you out.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank
Have a
you,
good
sir.
Bye.
And we got
It's on 3.
Mitchell. Mitchell, how can we help you tonight?
Oh, I just had a couple of questions about using rimfire ammo on WMA land to hunt coyotes during the off deer season.
Okay.
And I'll let you go.
All right. Well, appreciate it.
I don't know if he just wanted to know if it's legal.
Yeah.
I guess if that's the question, yes. I mean, it's legal. You can use rimfire. But I don't know if he maybe was asking about center fire.
No, he said rimfire.
Rimfire, yes, it is legal.
It's legal.
But even during the off season, you can use a rimfire rifle on WMA. I mean, a rimfire, yes, but not a center fire. On most of them, you cannot use center fire, but rimfire you can.
Rimfire you can. That's right.
Yeah.
So because they've allowed squirrel hunting and things like that, small game hunting,
They do.
and coyote's not regulated by hunting season, so you can use a 22 rimfire.
Yeah.
But you cannot use the center fire on WMA.
Not. I think there might be one or two out there you can at certain times. I mean, you got some draw hunts. But
Well,
during the
yeah,
off season,
he's talking about off season.
Yeah, no, just rimfire on WMA.
Okay. We hope that helps you out. All right, we got Raymond. Raymond, how can we help you, brother?
Yeah, how much did y'all say it was going to cost to get in the Fishing Expo?
It's $10 for adults and 12 and under is free.
12 and under is free, $10 for adults.
And no parking.
And
You don't
no
have to pay to
parking
park.
charge.
No parking. I guess when we go out Bass Pro, they're going to probably start charging us going there to shop too, ain't they?
Just about, brother.
Yep.
I tell you what,
It won't
if
be
you
long.
can find a parking place.
That's right. You might have to catch
My
it.
It used to be $6.
Yeah.
Pay $5 on parking, get $4 more to get in.
I'm telling you, it's bad. But come on out there to the Wilson County Fairgrounds and see us.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. All right, we got Felicia. How can we help you?
I was just wanting to check. I've got a 10-year-old that needs a hunter safety course.
Okay.
Have those anywhere in the Lebanon, even Nashville area?
Sure,
They
is.
do. They're at different times of the year. Right now is a good time to actually start looking them up. Go over to tnwildlife.org, and they'll have. It's not always a preset schedule, so if you'll just keep an eye on that website, they will post different classes as they have them set up. But there is usually one in the Cedars of Lebanon area.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe they have one over there every year. It might be maybe it's Long Hunter instead of Cedars of Lebanon. And then they have a couple around Nashville, and I know they had one in Columbia this past year. So I mean, there are several around, but you do have to keep an eye on that website to kind of keep up with them. When we hear about them, we'll put them on our Facebook page, but it's just as they're announced.
And by the way, if that youngster might need to take a boating class, now we've got that scheduled on February the 3rd at the Wilson County Fairgrounds, starting from 10 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. Anyone interested in taking the class must bring a Type 600 exam permit to the expo and must pay entry fee to the expo to take the class. And you can go to TWRA's website and sign up, but that is mandatory in the state of Tennessee for anyone born after.
I think it's 89.
It is.
Yeah, it is 89.
Yeah.
It's 89.
So
it's 89.
Yeah,
So
anybody born after 89.
anybody that wants to operate a boat, and their birthday's after 1989, they got to have this class.
Yep.
So there you go. There's
good opportunity to go
That's a
ahead and get
great
that done.
opportunity for that youngster.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
And we got Danny. Danny, how can we help you tonight?
How you doing? I want to start out by saying I love Tennessee woods and water.
Thank you.
And I just want to know, where can I get some gear at?
Well, it's coming. We're actually, I just was at the place yesterday, finalizing this order of shirts that we just come in. We've got a new design on some long sleeve shirts that we've got coming out. I've also got some fishing shirts that are being made and some new hats. So keep an eye on the Facebook page, and here on the show we're going to start having some of that stuff real shortly.
But we're going to have some at the fairgrounds.
And we're going to have some at the fairgrounds.
No, not at the fairgrounds.
Great. I can't wait
Which
to see
Wilson
all
County?
that.
Well, Wilson County, it's still.
Yeah, Wilson County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, so
We're
you'll
gonna
be able to have
Wilson
it there, and then I'll also make it available through us and through Facebook as we
That's
get
right.
it in. But that's actually something that's happening right now as we speak. So we're actually really excited about that.
We are, because they're sharp.
We've got some women's shirts and men's shirts both. So
Yep.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of excited about that.
Well, thank y'all. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
And Jake, how can we help you tonight?
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing?
We're doing great.
I'm from the north, and I know crappie and bass are king down here. And I've heard of some people catching walleye. I was wondering if there are any lakes or rivers in the Middle Tennessee area that walleye are abundant or worth targeting, and then if you have any tactics for them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Cumberland River system is.
Cumberland River's got walleye
Yeah.
in it, but if you really want to catch a high percentage rate of walleye, Lake Cumberland,
Yeah.
which is right across the Kentucky-Tennessee line, Lake Cumberland probably has the best, I feel like.
Probably in numbers.
In
Yeah.
numbers.
Mhm.
But now Center Hill has walleye.
Cordell Hole.
Dale Holla has walleye.
Yeah.
Right here in Middle Tennessee, I'd say Dale Holla, Center Hill, and anything on the Cumberland River. But like I said, if you want numbers and good sizing and get you an opportunity to catch a really big one,
Yeah.
I like Lake Cumberland, which is right across the Kentucky line, and just to give them a heads up, that's a great place to go fishing.
It is.
Okay, I hope that helps you.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night. Thank you.
And we got one more. Ronnie, how can we help you tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm going to be fishing that bass tournament up there, that big bass.
Yeah.
Where, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to figure out what would be the best bait to use out there. I've used all different types, and some of the stuff that I've used before has worked, and some of it hasn't. I know we've used a bunch of jigs in the past, and they worked quite well. I'm just trying to figure out around that time of year what would be the best thing to use.
Well, if you can use the Alabama rig, that's going to be hot right now.
So you can use that. That's probably what we're hearing the most
Because the
about.
water's starting to warm up and the schools are starting to come up off the bottoms, you're going to see a lot more scattered shad. And that's what those bass are going to key in on. You can't go wrong with a jig. I don't care who you are. If you can fish a jig, you can catch fish.
Yeah.
Any lake around here.
Any given day.
Any given day. I still like my shallow running crankbaits coming off these points, coming out on both sides of the points and running it down there like a DT10 or a DT6, something like that in a shad color. Right now has got to be awesome. And don't forget rattle traps. Rattle traps have probably caught more blooming fish. But now the first thing I do, brother, is I take those manufacturer hooks off and I put some good hooks on. But it's a great bait to use.
Yeah.
It's a great search bait. And but I think if you got some of that going on, you're going to catch fish.
Yeah.
All right, well, I do appreciate you.
Thank you,
you
sir.
for calling.
Hey, we appreciate all those calls tonight. Man, we had some great calls
We did.
tonight. But we got.
I think it's one of my favorite segments. I really look forward to the call.
I like the calls. I
do.
like calls. We got tip of the week.
Tip of the week. This week's tip of the week's been brought to you by our friends over at Davison Farmers Co-op. You can go down there and see them. They're just right on Dickerson Pike. They're right off, or Dickerson Road, right off of Bradley Parkway. You can give them a call. It's 615-860-4774. I was actually in this morning. They had a lot of things going on. So catch some of those winter clothes, getting sales right now. Get some of that Carhartt gear. So I was in there picking through some of that myself. So. Well,
what's your tip? Because I got one.
What? You want to go ahead?
Yeah.
You go right ahead.
Deer season over.
Deer season's over.
Deer season's over. Turkey season's about to start.
Yeah.
You got your trail cams. That tip we had last week was keep those trail cams.
Keep them running.
This week, get your ground ready.
Yeah.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a great time.
It's a great time. I know that they may still be hitting them. Most of the deer are still in there. But this is an awesome time to turn some of that new ground and let some of this frost kill out some of that grass.
Yeah.
Save you a whole lot of money on chemicals and get that thing ready to go, because I promise you, it's just right around the corner.
Yeah, and then when spring gets here, because it seems like it hits in such a rush. So when it gets here, you'll be ready to go. That's exactly how we like to do it.
That's how we like to do it. So I promise you, don't think about it. If it's sunshiny out there and it's been sunshiny for a little bit and it's 40 degrees, hop up on that tractor.
Get in there and take advantage of it.
Let's turn some. Because I promise you, it'll be well worth your time here in about another 5 weeks.
Won't be long.
It won't be long. So it'll be worth your time right then. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have more talking, because Tom is not in the house.
Yeah, we're not going to have a recipe this week, so we're actually just going to keep right on talking bass fishing.
So hurry back to more. So the Woods and Waters.